welcome back to my channel. I thought I would film me getting ready for work today, and I actually have a theme, like a brand, I'm going to concentrate on for fun today, and it's going to be Jeffree Star. As you know, I love his products. I know he has some controversy around him, love him or hate him. I adore him. But also I wouldn't even really care because I like the product so much. So this is a highlighter, believe it or not, but it's like a bright pink. So that'll be my blush. And then I dug out this is a liquid lip, and this is like a sparkly, like pink, kind of like a topper, and this one's just a straight up metallic like Barbie pink. Thought that would be fun. And then I got his new, oops, where did I put it? I can get it out of here. Oh darn it. What the heck? I got his new Blue Blood palette. I even kept the box because it's so unique. It looks like it literally is like blue wood. It's got like wood grain in the pattern. I just think it's so cool. Again, any palette that he comes out with, I'm gonna buy. I don't care if I can't eat for a week, I'm still gonna buy it. But here's what it looks like. It's supposed to look like a coffin. And it's got this neat metallic blue clasp. And it's stunning. Stunning. So I'm gonna have some fun with this today. So, get started with that. I'm going to work soon. I've got the Au Natural curly, this is slept on. So I'll probably like brush it out and put some oil in it, but that'll be it. Got my roots done, as you can probably tell. Not near as dark. But, so anyways, let's see. I'm gonna start with my Clinique little eye roller serum pen that I just love. I use this every day and night, and it's got that stainless metal tip that feels really cooling and comforting and really helps to depuff and smooth, cool, comfort, soothe, and of course moisturize. If you weren't really dry, this would be good on its own. I use it more as a serum and put other stuff on top of it. And I typically don't even rub it in. I just put it on. And notice I'm putting it out because we make expressions with our eyebrows. So we gotta watch the lines all over. So I just put on a healthy dose and leave that to set. And then I'll put on, I was gonna put on a serum, but my camera's sitting on my serum thing. Let's see what else I have around here. Might have to just skip the serum. I think I'll just put on, I absolutely love this moisturizer lately. It's the, I don't know if you can see it, the Bolsha Cactus Water Hydrating Cream. And it's like a gel. I'm almost out of it. I actually have it in my cart at Sephora. And I don't want to buy it. I have so many samples and freebies and just stuff in my stockpile that I just have a hard time fathoming purchasing anything. But it sucks though when you run across a sample, a little freebie, and you love it, and then you're like, oh crap. So I don't know. And then I go in with, see, I made a little sample. This is from Kopari. They came out with a new eye cream. They're their natural coconut oil based line. So I have to warm this up a little bit as I'm rubbing it in and get those granules to soften. But it's really emollient and moisturizing. And it just comes, I was gonna buy it. And then I looked at this little square like container of it, because it's an eye cream. So yeah, you don't need much because a little goes a long way, so they last. But it was not a lot of product, not the usual amount that you get in an eye cream. An eye cream is usually the standard is half an ounce. And this little sucker was like an eighth of an ounce or something for like $28. And I'm like, forget that. I'm gonna take a sample, make sure I like it first. And I do. I'm wary of the coconut oil because I know I have some issues with that as far as breaking out. And I do have, it kind of went away last night, but there's a couple little bumpies I'm watching. Because if it keeps happening, I won't use that. This is from Pure. If you can see that, Pure. It's their Hydrogel Lift. And again, this is super cooling and comforting. Very emollient. What is going on? Got like a chunk there. I just need so much moisture under here, or my makeup around my eyes just does not look, because of course I'm getting older. But this stuff feels so good. It is so emollient. None of these things disturb the makeup around my eyes. I bought a couple backups of these because they just had Pure at work 30% off. Now I'm going to try this freebie I got at that beauty round robin I went to. And it's First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Hyaluronic Hydrating Primer. Safe for sensitive skin. I mean, look at the size of this. I got this for free. And it's 1.7 ounces. I mean, there are definitely perks to this job. Oh, are you sealed? What is going on here? I haven't tried this yet, so yes, you are sealed. So we'll see. I hope it's not, again, coconut water or coconut oil based. We'll see. So just a little bit. And just, oh, it has like a really fresh light scent, almost like cucumber. I'm just so dang dry. I have to really do my skin prep well before I put makeup on, because I am just dry. It feels good and it smells delightful. And this brand too, this First Aid Beauty, is really reasonably, it's got a real reasonable price point. So that's my face prep. And now I'll do a shadow base, because that is of utmost importance. Where's my little brush for that? And I just use this little, it's an old Urban Decay brush I got. I know it was free in something, but it's perfect for this cream shadow base. This is my Paint Pot from MAC in Painterly is the shade. And I just get a little on the brush and go over my eyelid. quick, easy. And I mean, use your whole, like, lid real estate. Wherever, you know, the shadow's gonna end up, make sure you have it there. And then I usually have enough on the brush to do the other eye. I still have a little eye makeup on from yesterday. For some reason I go in to wash my face and I dual cleanse. So first I remove my makeup and then I actually wash my face. And I'm doing it, and I had a very simple eye makeup day yesterday because I was running behind. And I'm like, oh, I forgot to take my eye makeup off. But I forgot because I hardly had any on. I literally had two shadows, the simple eye look I've done before. 2 shadows and mascara, like no liner, no lashes, no. It was pretty simple. I blended right in with the Clinique thing yesterday. So now, I always do my eyes first. Let's dig into Blue Blood. And, boy, he's got this sucker. It's sealed. I'm going to try, I always do under my brow first. So I'm going to try this Cullinan color. And just go, oh yeah, then now, okay. We ain't messing around with that color. But it's stunning. It'll get blended into anyways, so it doesn't matter if it looks like a stripe at first. Because as I blend stuff out, it'll blend into that. All of his stuff always has a interesting smell that I haven't really experienced with any other eyeshadow. It's not bad. It's just, it's literally almost like paint, but faint paint. Like when you paint a room and it's dry, but you can still kind of smell the paint. But I guess it doesn't bother me. I can't sniff my eyelids, so it doesn't really matter once I get it on. So there's that. Now let's do a transition shade. And oh, he's got a couple good ones in here. I think I'm going to do this. So first I did that one. Now I'm going to do that one in the crease. This palette is so stunning. I almost wish, I know the market is so saturated now with companies coming out with palettes and product like every 5 freaking seconds, which has made me, it's actually a good thing because it's made me more picky. I don't buy near as much as I used to because it's not such a frenzied excitement thing anymore where companies are only bringing out, you know, something once or twice a year. And now it's like all the time and you just have this big eye roll, like, again. And when there's too much stuff on the market, it's way easier to notice things that you're like, well, that looks like everything else that, it's like almost like stuff, everything starts to look the same. So it's getting increasingly more difficult to come out with something, you know, revolutionary and be this wow product that everybody wants and sells out in 5 seconds and blah, blah, blah. But Jeffree does it every time. And he doesn't even like build up a lot of hype. Like he doesn't announce his new releases till like a little while before they're released. So it's not like it's this big, long, drawn out thing. That is like the prettiest fleshy, of course my lighting in here isn't the best, but it's like a fleshy, really natural muted, like dusty light pink. It's gorgeous. Now, what do we want to do? He's got these 2 like smoky colors down here. One's like a greeny tealy, really dark, almost black color. And then one's like a super dark, hazy navy, I guess, almost black. They're also gorgeous. I don't know how I'm gonna pack. This power color is pretty too. It's like a gray. Let's see what that, ooh. You know what, let's do that. I'm just gonna pack that on the lid with my finger. And his stuff is so buttery smooth. Like, it's like silk. Just like silk. And this doesn't have to be exact because I'm gonna blend it and clean it up. Get my little crease brush here. Blend it into that transition shade, which hence the term transition. And then if I think it's blended too much of the dark away, I'll go back in. But just so I get that hazy blended border. This color is stunning. I love grays. Oh. And his stuff just got, you barely have to do anything. They blend themselves, I swear. I hope I'm not getting you too enthralled in this palette because of course it is sold out. I'm thinking he'll probably do a second release. If he's keeping this permanent, which I assume he is because his other palettes are permanent. Like Blood Sugar and Thirsty and Alien. I think Alien's permanent. That's another stunning palette. Yeah, this is gorgeous. I was gonna do this yesterday and ran out of time, so I had to do something simple. And I get to work, and of course Carly has Blood Sugar on. And it was kind of our thing. We wanted to wear Jeffree Star looks like the same day and just see what each other did, you know? So she was like, darn it. And I'm like, I know, but I will tomorrow. And like I said, it can be messy. You can get it all over the place because I'm going to use a makeup wipe and clean it up. So it's not that big a deal. But this is why I like using my finger because it kind of naturally smudges it out, your finger. Oh, I'm in trouble. My nails sometimes get in the way. Getting it into that inner corner where I want it. I just can't believe how effortless this is. But all of his stuff is like this. I was like, what do I use? My brush just a little bit right here. And I do tend to pack on. And which is also easier to do with your finger to pack on because you can just keep packing it on. I think we're good. This color is stunning. Okay. So, wipe off. And I know this probably is the worst habit ever, but yes, I lick it off my... Yeah, I look crazy right now, don't I? like I got beat up. But don't worry, it all comes together. Always looks worse until it's all done. So I'll take a makeup wipe. These are Clinique, just because at one point they were 40% off. I think this was during the holidays. Or they just did it for employees. I can't, yeah, it was just for employees. And I hadn't tried, I'm a big fan of their makeup removers just because I'm so sensitive. So I thought, oh, what the heck, for that price, after the 40% off and my discount, it says cheaper than any of the drugstore wipes. And I know that they're sensitive because it's Clinique, you know, for sensitive skin, and I'm sensitive, so I thought, well, what the heck? And yeah. So this is what I do. I just make my angle out from the corner of my eye, and there you have it. Yeah, that looks good. So there you go. See? All cleaned up. And then I save this wipe out to like clean off my fingers periodically. So after I'm done with that is when, I don't know, do I need a little oil? I feel pretty moisturized. We'll see if we can go without. Today I'm going to use a beauty blender. I used one yesterday. I go back and forth. I can't decide. Like for a while, I think when I use a brush with my foundation, it looks better. Like I have phases. And then I'll go back to a beauty blender. I don't know what my deal is, but here's my primer water I've talked about before from Smashbox. And I just, the bigger end, get that a little wet. And then I've been trying, I think they call it Project Pan, some of those videos on YouTube where people are trying to use stuff up that's almost empty. So I come in kind of trying to do that too. And so I'm going to use, I have no idea. EDC1, I don't know. It was quite the rage on YouTube for a while, and this was like a couple years ago, but I'm getting down to the, so I thought I'd try to start. It's thick. This stuff covers, but as usual, I'm gonna mix it with my L'Oreal, which once I get through these backups, I don't think I'm gonna find it anywhere anymore, except maybe on Amazon or something. But they just came out with that infallible fresh wear, which that's what I'd coin this, is just so, the finish is so natural and skin-like and glowy, but not shiny. It's been my favorite for years. I don't know. So dramatic. How am I gonna live without this? So at some point I'm gonna have to start doing my research for my replacement, and I'm gonna start, I think, with that one. And this time, because it used to be I'd buy foundations, and if I hated them, it's like I hate returning makeup. I just feel like that person, even though every place has a really good return pot, like they don't care. Like we don't care. I mean, I kind of care just because of the waste. Because if somebody returns something they used once, we have to damage it out, and it has to get sent off to, especially if it's like a liquid or a hair product or something that's aerosol or nail polish, it's considered a hazardous liquid. So we put it in this, what is going on? Certain bin in the back, and it has to be disposed of a certain way. And I just think, oh my God, the carbon footprint we have, and we're just one Alta in one suburb in one state, and the amount of waste is just, it kind of makes me sad. We have to check everything, so if they say it hasn't been used, it actually hasn't been used, and we can put it back on the shelf, and then I'm like, good, you know. But if it's been used, obviously we can't resell it, and it makes sense. I mean, obviously no one wants to buy used makeup, gross, but it's just like perfectly good, almost brand new things that we're just chucking. And it's a lot. And I just think, oh my gosh. But, which is, you know, has to deal with why makeup is so expensive. Gotta make that money back somehow. Therefore, makeup is not cheap. Plus the people that steal every day. We have an area where we put testers, like we had to make a tester out of something, and then theft, because people steal literally like every day. Now I'm doing my under eye. I got my double wear, sorry, the gold cap came off. Double wear stay in place flawless wear concealer. I've been loving this stuff for a long time. And then been trying to use up again Project Pan, this Smashbox color correcting stick. I don't even know if they make this anymore, but it's like a salmon-y peachy color to deal with darkness, so I just put it like right in here. Counteract some of my like dark shadow veiny stuff. Just put that on, and then I'll use my ladder and go kind of around it and then past it. And I tell you, I've had this tube forever, and it's like unending. I mean, it's unending. I keep wondering when it's gonna feel like it's running out, and it just doesn't. And I'm just like, okay, because this stuff is not cheap. So then I have a beauty blender set aside just for concealer. So I take and blend that out right up to the ridge of my eye, like right under my lower lashes, and just gently tap and drag it out this way under that line I made with my shadow, and kind of over here a little bit. And then kind of tap it in this whole general area, just so it all blends in. And I don't mind a little extra coverage on my nose, because if it's gonna break up anywhere, it's on my nose, because my nose always seems to run. Now before I do that other one, before anything wrinkles, I gotta set it. And this is the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I take this as a Sigma brush, precision flat angled P88, and I press it in there, and then I tap off the excess, and I only go into where I crease, which is right here. Got that little line. And sometimes I even pack a little more in there. And I kind of go out like that. And that's it. So then I'll go in and blend out the other eye. same exact way. Right up to that shadow line. Kind of out here. Top of the cheeks. Get into the nose. Make sure that's good and pressed in there. And then go in with my brush and my powder. I had this MAC brush that was way better. I'm sure it was in one of my videos and I lost it. And I used it for this, and for some reason no other brush compares, and I still miss that sucker. They don't make it anymore, and I keep thinking I'm gonna find it in one of my, like, I traveled with it or put it in a handbag or something. I'm gonna find it eventually. I have to. But it's so aggravating when you have it, and it seems so stupid, but I love that darn brush. I bought this one. I'm wondering if I should try this, but it's so aggravating. So anyways, now I set my whole face with translucent powder. And I think I'm trying to use stuff up. What do I want to use today? Maybe I'll use this hourglass one. I got a little guy. People rave about this powder. Finally, I picked one up, and they're such an expensive brand. And I think I got the mini, and there's like, if I keep using it, I'll be out of it in no time. It'll be, can't even like bounce it off. I don't want to waste any of it either because that was expensive. I'll just get like most of it off. And then I go in and set. But I'm not thinking, I think it's the bomb like a lot of other YouTubers think it is. I don't know. That's why I'm still playing around with it. Because everybody thinks it's like got this beautiful invisible like dewy finish, and I'm not sure that's my opinion, but then most YouTubers that are using it are young enough to be my children. But today we'll try it again. See what. And this is just a big fluffy. This is Sephora, and it's a Pro Featherweight Powder 91 brush. I love this brush. If I ever lost it, I'd go right out and buy another one. It is the best powder brush. The best. Yeah, part of me really likes this powder, and part of me is like, me, I don't know. I'm even wearing a Jeffree Star hoodie today to go with the theme. I'm thinking after this, I'm going to stop this video and continue with a part 2 because we're already over half an hour. And then you'll be able to see more of what I do with my face. I want to make sure this is really well powdered. Nothing's worse than still having your cheek not set and a little bit sticky, and then trying to put more powder product on like contour and bronzer and blush and have it not blend and be patchy because it's sticking to the sticky parts. So I always set my cheeks really well. Okay, so I will stop this here and start it again with part 2. And that's where we're at so far. Lighting isn't very good on this one, but so okay, I will be back with the remainder of this. Thank you.